Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the Denver Broncos and the Green Bay Packers. With that, let's get up to Green Bay, Wisconsin. Standing by for the call from venerable Lambeau Field, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, happy to be with you. And CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from Lambeau. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. First go-around on offense for Aaron Rodgers and company. Aaron Rodgers led the Packers to another great year, 13 wins, trip to the NFC Championship. That second Super Bowl will elude him another season, however. And now you hate to do it, but it has to be said. He's going to turn 37 during the 2020 season. Now, clearly, look, he's not ready for a rocking chair, but any concern there age-wise on your part?
The crazy part about this is we now say 37, and we don't shudder right away. You remember when you said 37? Who's got a 37-year-old quarterback? You guys better be getting someone else ready. Now we're saying, can he play another 3 years? Can he play another 4 years? And I think that the way that he's playing and the shape that he keeps himself in and as big a competitor, I think that he's got that opportunity. And what I liked was after the game
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Tramon Williams, a veteran corner there on the stop. On second down, it's Lindsey. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. Locke going to try and throw on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play there, Rodgers to Adams, 48 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And the second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. Taking it in from 7 yards away as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And Charles, when you catch that toss going right or left, really, but right in this instance, do you go straight for the pylon? Is that where you're going?
Well, typically you want to try and maneuver people a little bit so you have some space to get to the pylon. So I want to make sure I try and move them a little bit to the inside, and in this case to the left, so I can get to the right side and get to that pylon and wink at it as I go by.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. As Denver comes back out here offensively, this is a team, Charles, that finished the season 7-9. Won 4 of their last 5 to get to that mark. Really what killed their chances was that 0-4 start to the season. A couple of those losses were really heartbreakers in the final seconds of the game. And they were hurt by injuries as well because they lost 2 of their bigger, better players early in the season. Bradley Chubb, outside linebacker, defensive end, and Juwan James, starting offensive tackle. They exit early, don't really play much this season. But this Broncos team, they feel like they found their quarterback in Drew Lock down the stretch. Because at one point, if you said inept when you talked about the Denver offense, you were on target. Down the stretch with Drew Lock, though, started to show some sparks of life, and they feel good about heading into 2020. On first down, right back to Lindsey. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. On second and 11 now. Lock, and his throw is incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and that'll make it third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Lock, and that will be incomplete. I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time. Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. Oh, he sheds himself free. The 40, 30, 10, touchdown, Packers. An impressive 75-yard punt return. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
Now Crosby for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So his big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Get ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. Throwing his Lock on third down. And that is incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they have little chance of winning this one.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Geronimo Allison, the target there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. After the penalty, it's Jones. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They'll try again with Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And always a good 1st half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 21-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the 1st half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Throwing now is Locke. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3-and-out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Irvin to return. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return.
Green 18. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Green 18.
Rodgers now on first down. Lets this one rip toward Graham. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And now a hook up downfield on second down. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And this is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. This is taken near the 13. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Lock gonna throw.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level. Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Let's switch gears, talk about Matt LaFleur and what he did in his first season as Green Bay comes back out here, Charles. 13. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for him.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Lets this one rip. And this is caught. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jimmy Graham, 32 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And that drive happened quickly, which is great because they scored the points, but then their defense has to come right back out on the field.
It is exciting, isn't it, for the offense to do that? The defense is saying, okay, that's cool, but let's not make it a habit. We need to get some rest sometime.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.